What's up, guys? How are you all today? So what's the day today? Wednesday morning. I've had to run a few errands this morning and do a few bits and pieces. It's now sort of midday-ish and I'm just about to grab some lunch. I've got the old spectacles on today, so you lot can all take the piss out of me. And well, what have I been doing? Well, I've been doing my little bit with the Nazis down here. I showed you that yesterday. A couple of people said the green Western Digital drives that I've got are shit and they're going to break and blah blah blah, but I've been using those same discs in those same setups for years and years and years, and touch wood, I haven't even had a single one break on me. So I don't necessarily think that that is true. It might be different if you're in an environment where you've got, you know, a whole workforce accessing it and it's constantly being churned over all the time. But where it's just me on my own, it really doesn't require anything more than that. And I've found them discs to be very, very reliable. So yeah, no issues with those whatsoever. The issue I have had, though, has been with the NAS red drives, which is why I've decided not to use them this time. I've got them in the other one, but I haven't got them in this one, and I've always used the green ones for all of my previous NASs with no problems whatsoever. Oh, I've got a couple of new items that I've treated myself to for my fishing. I know that none of you are particularly into it, but I might just show you anyway in case some of you are. And it's funny, actually, because you guys know I obviously love, like, setups to be really cool. My fishing setup is just as cool as my home office and like my camera setup, and you guys know that I love to have like a decent setup, so this is all kind of going towards that. So the first, and in fact some of this is a bit of a Christmas present as well. Some people gave me some money towards this for my Christmas present. The first thing here, and I stick to the same manufacturer for all of my rods, and the manufacturer is called Century. This is a landing net, so this is actually a net for landing the fish in once you've caught them. So that's the net there, and it's all really nicely machined in aluminium, and they obviously open out into a sort of triangle shape. But the coolest thing about this particular net, and you're saying to me, Adam, what could possibly be cool about a net, is that they make it to match your rods. So my fishing rods are made by Century, and the model is a Century C2. So when you order the net, you just tell them what rods you've got and they match it to that. So everything's matching. Sorry about this, I'm trying to do this one-handed, which is very, very cool indeed. So this is the top here. This is the bar that you put those two other bits in that I just said about, the sort of T-bar, if you like. I can't remember what it's called, header block or something like that. And you can see there, look, C2, Century C2. How nicely machined is that, though? And then the actual, this is the rod, this is the net handle. So you obviously, you know, the net goes on the end, then you hold it like that. But this entire thing, as you can see, hopefully, possibly, let me, oh god damn, this is messy. Oh fucking hell. I don't know, you might not be able to see. Oh, you can see there. It's made out of carbon fibre. So this entire thing here is made out of carbon fibre, all beautifully machined in aluminium there. And at the bottom it's got this bit, and you can take that off, and there's an extension in there as well. But the nicest bit about it here is this kind of bit, this element here, all carbon fibre right the way through, solid piece of stainless steel that's made out of, and then obviously you've got the Century C2 logo there, which matches my rods, which I think is a very, very cool little thing indeed. If you're a bit sort of OCD like me about stuff like that, and you know, you want it all to be kind of matching and everything to look really nice, even though it is only fishing, then yeah. And then this one here, this is actually a rod. This is a Century rod, but this is a very specific kind of rod. This is not a rod that you would actually use to catch fish with. Now, for those of you that aren't into fishing, right at this moment in time, you're saying, what do you mean a rod that you don't catch fish with? Well, this particular rod, and again, the workmanship on this is just absolutely spectacular. You can see, look at all that carbon fibre. This particular rod is an absolute beast, and the reason for that is because this is what we call a marker rod. In this case, it's called a marker feature finder, MFF. Now, what you do with this basically is you cast out a very, very heavy weight, and then you drag it back, and you can see here it's got this white tip, and you can see it as it kind of moves because it's white. And what you do with that essentially is you drag it along the floor of the lake, and based upon the feedback that you get off of that, you can determine whether it is gravel on the floor or silt or clay or weed or whatever the case may be, because of the feedback that you get through this particular rod. So this rod is all about casting out a huge weight a long distance, and then being very, very susceptible to the feedback that you get through the weight that's obviously attached through the line. So yeah, beautiful workmanship again. In my opinion, this company Century make the best fishing rods that are in existence. Anyway, I know this is not very interesting to a lot of you, but I'll just show you the last thing that I got, which is this. This is the reel that will go on that marker rod that won't ever be used to catch a fish. But again, I love the way that these things are engineered. I think this is what a lot of the reason I kind of love fishing is because of all these little gadgety bits and pieces are so cool, and I just really appreciate the engineering that goes into them. So this is the new reel that I've got. This is purely for that one purpose, the marker rod, and you can see on there, instead of having fishing line, it's actually braid, and braid is significantly thinner than fishing line, and it's also zero stretch. So as you're dragging that weight along the bottom of the lake with the braid, you can feel all of the feedback it gets because there's no stretch in it, whereas if you use normal fishing line it would all be stretching and you wouldn't get the same kind of feedback. So yeah, that's that. But look how nicely that made that is. Really, really nice bit of kit. Yeah, so very, very nice all in all. I'm pretty happy with that. It doesn't match up to the reels that I have on my main rods because they were significantly more expensive than this one, and obviously because this is only for this one purpose, it wasn't really worth spending kind of £750 a reel. This one came in at about 180, I think, or 170, something like that, to give you an idea of how much it costs. That rod is 199, and the net is 175. So this fishing stuff is very, very expensive. But anyway, I've bored you enough to death with my fishing stuff and my NAS devices. I'm going to go and grab some lunch. Just before I go, some of the comments you guys put up absolutely make me piss myself. Some guy wrote yesterday, Adam, you are the laziest motherfucker on YouTube. Which I thought was quite amusing. And then someone else just wrote, Adam, the bang bus looks like a kill room out of Dexter, which is quite funny. And there was loads of other comments about the bang bus as well, which always makes me laugh. But yeah, anyway, I thought I would just share that with you. Thank you for the comments, guys. Extremely funny. So I've just popped out to get some lunch. I'm back in the car, and oh my god, it's so nice to get in this car. I've really not driven it much at all over the last couple of months, and every time I get in it, it just feels so sexy. It's the only way I can put it. It's just so divine. But yeah, anyway, that's a completely different subject. I've got some extra special news that I'm going to be sharing with you guys around Christmas time. It's nothing to do with YouTube or anything like that. It's completely personal to me, but it is big news. So I'm gonna yeah, let you guys know before anybody else, even probably a whole bunch of my family. So yeah, you guys will know extremely soon after I announce it. So yeah, it should be pretty cool. I think you'll be pretty impressed. So I'm gradually building up presents for Jade's Christmas, and luckily I've been able to get a lot of them gift wrapped. Oh, I've just sort of sellotaped up the bags like you can see there. But this one has now come, and this is quite a big one, and I've got to wrap it out myself. So there's the wrapping paper, there's the box, there's the sellotape. Let's get on with wrapping this up. And there it is, I've done it. Although I did do it upside down. But oh well, at least it's done. So the day has come to an end. I watched the very, very last episode of Sons of Anarchy today. Very depressed that is over permanently. It was a great finale. I'm not going to give anything away. Who the fuck is that? Hang on a sec. Oh, it's just a delivery man. I got a parcel. So, Yeah, so yeah, pretty sad about Sons of Anarchy. The standard of TV show seems to be going right downhill recently. And yeah, there's not so many good ones left, I'm not finding. All the kind of new ones that came out this year, some of them show promise like The Flash, but it basically just turned into a shitty kids programme. It needed to be a lot more adult and darker and whatnot. But anyway, that's another subject. So yeah, that's it from me today, guys. I will see you all again possibly tomorrow. Peace.